Hey guys, and welcome back to By Any Means Necessary. Thank you for all of your messages, and I'll say a special thanks to everybody who has signed up to my channel. I feel so blessed to have so many of you on my channel. I will answer I will answer as many of your messages as I can, and I will like all of your messages for definite, even the ones who disagree with me. So obviously today, Gavin Williamson, right, the Minister for Education and the Union flag, right, has got himself into trouble because he got a footballer and a cricketer mixed up. You may ask, well, that's easily done, but considering those both black, it's quite a difficult thing to sort of like steer your way out of, because we just think, well, you probably think all black people look alike, right? Well, I mean, that's just, with Gavin Williamson, it's just simple things. The man's so incompetent, you know what I mean? There's a list as long as my arm to go through with Gavin Williamson, because, as I say, he's completely incompetent, you know, and I was listening to Boris Johnson in the House of Parliament, and, it's just like, you would think, yeah, that the Tories have only just got into power, because Boris Johnson lists a whole heap of things that are wrong with this country and how he's going to fix them. But it was them in the first place that broke all these things. All right, 20,000 new police officers. Yeah, but first of all, you have to replace the police officers that you originally got rid of. Right, so really, it's 40,000 police officers we really probably need. Right, plus all the support staff that they got rid of. Because remember a few years ago, yeah, we couldn't move through police support staff, right? And now all of a sudden, like, there's none of them at all. None of them about at all anymore. Do you know what I mean? 40 new hospitals. I think it's going to be probably about 6 new hospitals. Right? But they can get away with this shit, yeah, because of you Brexiters, because you Brexiters are voting against your own interest, right? And all they're doing is just fucking you up every single time, right? But you still carry on voting for them. You know, strangely enough, all the people, right? Just think of all the Brexiters, yeah, who have lost their jobs, haven't got work no more, looking for a new job. Right? What are you hearing in the media about them? Nothing. But you know something? I know all about the alpaca again, because the alpaca was all over the news again today. Just think about that, Brexiteers, yeah. Your life. I'm speaking to the ones who have lost your jobs, like places like Honda, and and all the factories and places, all the businesses that have gone into the EU, and like all those jobs that have been lost, right? Don't you feel like these guys are just taking the absolute piss out of you on a daily basis, right? They've got a fucking alpaca, right? They're running, right, in the news headlines. What the fuck about you? Who gives a fuck about you? Those people are caring about the fucking alpaca. Seriously, are you serious? You can't see how they're just taking the piss out of you from the beginning. You know, you see this whole Brexit thing, right? Listen, we've all been set up from the beginning, especially you Brexiters, but we've all been set up from the beginning, from the very start, from when David Cameron took his ass and went into the EU to go and ask them for whatever concessions, and they just looked at him as if to say, well, mate, you've got all those things, everything you've come here to ask us for, you've got. So what the fuck are you doing here? That's basically what they said to him, right? And then David Cameron come back here, right, with his sad face, right, and he deliberately done that for you guys. So you guys look at this. So you guys, I think that David Cameron must have wanted this from the beginning, because only a fool, right, would have went to the EU and said to them, well, we want to do something about freedom of movement, when you've got, right, you've got everything at your disposal to do something about freedom of movement. If people was coming here and not getting jobs, you could have just said to them, well, listen, you have to pack up your things and come out, right? Because you need to have a job within 3 months. It's either 3 months or 6 months. You need to have a job within, right? And if not, right, then they have every right to deport you as an EU citizen. There's 1 or 2 EU countries who do that already. I think Belgium and Germany do that, right? But We never ever implemented that. Now, you have to ask yourself why. Because let me tell you, everything in this country, right, these people have planned. And all of this, right, you know, not, not deporting EU citizens, right, if they haven't got a job, right. Trust me, these people have been setting you up from the beginning with all of this because they need to keep the culture wars going, and that's the way. That's another way they can keep it going. Right? Like you see when they bring the Afghans over, and the Afghans just get a flat straight in front of you. It's all the culture wars because they've known from a long time ago. That's why they've kept you on the housing waiting list because they know to themselves, you know what? If anyhow, right, we get some brown refugees come over, we'll just stick them straight in. And you know what? Well, it's all because of the woke crew. That's the reason why we've had to do it because these people are woke. So they've given us no choice. And then you look at the brown people and you blame them, right? But because these people have set you up from day one, and you don't even know it, right? That's why they could be talking about an alpaca while your life is in the fucking toilet. Yeah, same thing. Yeah, it's the same thing they done. The same thing they done with the people at the Red Bull. They tell them a whole heap of nonsense, right? And now their life's in the toilet. And still, who's getting the headlines? The alpaca. You're not getting on the headlines. There's been nothing. There hasn't really been anything about Honda closing down, or the massive factories that have closed down in this country. There's been nothing about it. Nothing about it at all. But we all know about the alpaca, right? Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So it just goes to show you, you guys, yeah, are stupid. Like you Brexiters, you're stupid because you are allowing them to do this to you. Right? Look, if you're a Brexiter and you haven't lost your job, right? Then you know all the other people who have lost their jobs. Why is it not being reported in the media? If you lose your job now, you think they're going to report it in the media? No, we're going to be the same about you. Fuck you. No one cares. Think any of those guys care? You think Nigel Farage cares? Nigel Farage don't care. Nigel Farage at the moment is calling the Tories, yeah, metropolitan middle class elite. You couldn't make this shit up, right? You couldn't make this shit up, right? Nigel Farage calling them just like, you know what? So Nigel is now attacking them, right, for the devastation that he has caused in this country. I think it's not devastating enough for Nigel. Nigel wants it to be even more devastating for you people, as if things aren't fucked up enough as it is, right? But he wants it to be even more fucked up. So he's now calling. You know something? Yeah, it's just it's one big joke, right? The Tories now, Nigel, metropolitan middle class elite. Just, but all of that is for you people. It's for you Brexiters. All for you. You know, today I was hearing a bit about the Australia deal that Britain is signing with Australia. Right? And it seems that the Australians are pushing us around. But what was you expecting? Right? At the moment, right, Britain is the weakest country out there. Anybody who we do a trade deal with, they're gonna, you know, but I mean, if we do trade deals with like India and some of the African countries, you see, I mean, you Brexiters did say that you'd prefer a lot more people to come over from the Commonwealth, I believe. Listen, yes, so you're saying to me, yeah, that you want to exchange, right, the white Europeans, right, with brown and black Africans and Asians. Okay, I'm down with that. You know, hey, listen, I love my European brothers, but you know, if you want to bring more black and Asian people over, because remember you guys were saying that you know what you voted for, and you want more people from the Commonwealth. So let's go for that then, yeah. I remember when they come over here, your ass is you'd be pissed in the same way, innit? You'd be pissed the same way. So, as I said, yeah, the Australians are really pushing us around with with the deal, right? They're making us drop a lot of that eco-friendly policies, right? We've got to dump if we want to do the deal with Australia. You see, there's no strength. There's no strength from Britain, right? Britain was strong when it was in the EU. At the head of the EU, Britain was strong, right? Now we're just a small island off the coast of the EU, and everybody out there is just going to take the piss. They're going to push us around, beat us up, tell us we want this, we want that, and what are we going to say? We got no choice, no choice, because you know what? They need the deal, isn't it? Yeah, that's the thing. They need the deal. Right? So anything that's out there, we just have to accept. Still, you know, we all know about Geronimo, the alpaca. Seriously, you guys, seriously, they are just taking the absolute piss out of you Brexiters. They are seriously, and I mean, you working class Tories, and you know, I got a new someone sent me a message, right? And I believe that you guys are TiVos. I believe that's Tories in vote only. TiVos. Jeez, seriously, you know, I want to know, yeah, what what you Brexiters intend to do, because if your intentions is just to just to see this through, right, then you know this country is crushed, it's finished. I mean, you've already finished it off, but you know if that's your intentions, just to see this through and see where it goes, because that's what Boris Johnson's intentions is. Right, you don't see how he come out with the new 1.25 tax, which is actually not. It's actually like it's more 2.5%. So imagine, yeah, that they just gave the nurses and some NHS staff a pay rise, isn't it? I can't remember how much it was for, but I'm just wondering whether or not the 2.5% actually wipes out their whole pay rise. You know this. You couldn't make this shit up, could you? Really, you really couldn't make this shit up. Do you know what I mean? You just like, you know, if someone came to you with a script, right, of Britain, you know, in 2020, 21, right, you'd be like, nah, this is a bit too far fetched. Right? Yeah, people wouldn't be this stupid. There's no one in the world that is as stupid as this. Yeah, well, there is, because there's people in this country, yeah, that are stupid enough to have Boris Johnson represent us worldwide. Let that sink in. That's the person we've got representing us worldwide. What a sad time it is to be in Great Britain right now. Nothing going on in this country apart from disaster. That's it. Anyway, guys, I'm just going to wrap this up, yeah? This is By Any Means Necessary. I'm DMC John Ribs. Comments below, and I'll see you guys real soon. It's been a pleasure speaking to you.